as we look forward to that debate tonight, as a member of the Democratic Party, what's the one key message you want to hear from them tonight?
You know, Taylor, I think a lot of us are just tired of this divisiveness. I know in Orlando, we like to think about the things that unite us more than the things that divide us. In the last couple of years, it's all been about what party you're in or what race you are or what sexuality you are. And in Orlando, we like to think about the things that unite us. So I hope we have that message because the country wants us working together again.
How are you also working on ignoring some of the headlines and the federal stuff and basically focusing on your city, running your city, doing your job?
Well, you know, I've learned that I need to work on the things that I can affect, but more and more things seem to be coming to the local governments. And a great example of that is climate change and things that we're doing related to that. The federal government pulled out of the Paris Climate Accords, and so many of the local governments and the mayors around the country have stepped up and taken on those goals.
2 years ago, we sat here. We were talking about how you were trying to win the bid for Amazon's second headquarters. We know that that didn't work. What are you doing to push your city forward and market yourself?
You know, one of the things we're doing is we're in New York today talking with you. But we wanted to be in that game, but we weren't thinking that we were going to win that anyways. But we're the fastest growing community in the country. We have 1,500 people moving to Orlando every single week, 1,500 people. And we've led the country in the last 3 or 4 years in job growth as well. So we've got a lot of great things happening in Orlando. And I think one of the messages that we want to convey, everybody knows Orlando, right? But you think Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld, and they are wonderful. But the vast majority of our economy is not tourism. That's a big piece of it. But we're really high tech, we're biomedical, we're digital media. So we're focused on the other parts of Orlando as well.
Well, you mentioned high tech. We always talk about the race to 5G. What are you doing to make sure Orlando is one of the first cities to be full wide 5G?
So we have truly embraced the notion of we want to be one of the first cities with 5G. So we have totally changed our permitting process related to that because you have to put in so many nodes. And if you're permitting each one individually and having to permit what the application looks like, it takes a long time to get that done. So we set up a process where you can pre-approve all of the various types of applications or installations that they may have, say it's 1 through 20, and now they can come in and simply say, we want to go at the corner of Main and Orange, and we're going to use application F, so it expedites the process. And it's important to us because we're one of the cities that's an autonomous vehicle proving ground. Our state is moving us forward, and to have that 5G technology is important in terms of being a leader in that industry as well.
You've also stated that you want to be fully dependent on clean energy 100% by 2050. How are you doing that?
So we want it to be, and I think we are, the most sustainable city in the Southeast United States. And I mentioned the Paris Accord. We have adopted some goals that we're intent on delivering on, and a couple of them are to have all of our city government on green power sources by 2030 and the entire city by 2050. So we're studying how to retire our coal-fired plants. We own the utility, and we are really working on increasing our solar, whether it's floating solar arrays, which we are experimenting. Actually, Mayor Bloomberg was down to see those about 3 months ago, to solar arrays on a lot of our municipal buildings. And our new records building that we just built generates more power than it uses.